So the recording is running. Let's see. I think everybody's going along okay. So let me look at the portfolio template. Well, let me go onto each one of these. I'm going to close a bunch of stuff that we were just talking about. I think those of you who came in at the end of that one heard me making reference in Design 350 to stuff that they did in Design 300. And it's this stuff that we're doing right here in 3.3.1. So keep your portfolio. Remember how to do this so you can go back and figure it out. All right, 3.1.1. Oh, I kind of went to the wrong spot. Let me just go to the portfolio. So what belongs in Unit 3 is wood framed walls, windows, and doors. 3.1 is terminology and standards. 3.2 are schedules and master format specs. And 3.3 are cost estimates. Okay, so if you're looking at this as a specification, it kind of tells you how it goes. So one of the things that I saw in here on 3.1.1 is that many people, only 5 people made a submittal of what they had done so far. But the majority of people did not put down the associated advantages of different ones of these. So a way you would do this is windows are manufactured in a variety of styles such that combine things such as different frames, different numbers of panels, different. Okay, the 4 features. That takes up a very small amount. And you might say, frames have to do with energy and with the associated advantages and disadvantages mostly being in energy use, maintainability, durability. I'm looking that you understand windows at the most basic level, that there are 4 or 5 characteristics that tell you how well or how poorly it's going to work. I think you could all easily imagine that a double pane window will have better energy efficiency than a single pane window, but will cost more. Okay? And a vinyl window will have better energy efficiency than an aluminum frame window, but won't last as long. Okay? It'll have maintenance problems. And so there's associated advantages and disadvantages. And so I'm looking that you can say the characteristics and what the advantages are. Same with pre-hung doors. They have certain features, material, frame size, existing flashing, hardware, and they have associated advantages and disadvantages. Okay? Pest resistance, ease of this, ease of that, durability, fire resistance. So I want this to be, and there were a few that really nailed this that maybe I can find. But look at these in detail. This one had a lot of problems in that they didn't really talk about advantages. Okay, and it takes some work to get it to fit here. It definitely takes some work, but people did it. Standards, everybody turned something in and nailed it. It was like, yeah, gotcha, good. Okay, and then on 3.2, those ones, the ones that I saw Everybody sort of nailed it. They showed the specs and showed where the spec numbers were and showed where they go. Some people even did a very nice job of color coding visualization schedules and three-part specs and identifying them with color coding to keep the system going that was done on the last one. That was very nicely done by those people. So this one, sorry, looks like my, with all that, why didn't you guys tell me that my thing was off? Or maybe it just turned off. There's a recording going on, fortunately. And so, okay, well, there we go. You can actually see it on my little thing because it's going beep, 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 beep. And am I presenting on this one? Gosh, what happened to my Google Meet? It got totally messed out. So you're going to have to go back and look at the recording on that one. Sorry about that. The Google Meet totally bombed out on that one. Okay, so on the Windows and Doors schedule, the people that turned something in did a good job. They left this so that we knew that what it would be, and they put it in down here, and I could see the spec numbers. That was really well done. This one was not so well done. It was like, how do I get rid of this slideshow thing down here? It's like, would they actually use this thing once in a while? I guess I got to go back to here. So let me zoom in on this. This one had some problems too. I actually, on some cases, didn't know what you were actually saying. You have to tell me, should this be a sole source or not? Because if you just write, yes, nothing looks like this, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay? This should be a sole source because I can't find anything that looks just like this. Now, one person showed me something. I go, wow, yeah, you're right. The one that you picked, that was pretty special. But one person, I don't know what you picked, so I can't tell. And this isn't just, this is there to help you write a short paragraph. And if you put it in this format, you have to tie it to something. Which product online are you looking at? What are you doing? Okay, if you think about in 3 years, you pick this back up. And if you can't immediately tell me exactly what this was, and what you were doing, and why, and if this doesn't stand on its own, it's really not well done. It needs to have all that kind of stuff. So pick one of the specific door options. I need to be able to see it. It's either a link or a picture or something. And let me know. This should be a sole source piece of requirement because there is nothing else that looks like it. And there are performance features that are... Now, some of you said you looked at a door and it says, oh, we're the only people that have this material because they've used a trademark material. And we'll look at those later on. And I would I let you go with it because it's a trademark material. I'm telling you, there's nothing special about their material. There is nothing special about their material. The other trademark material that does exactly the same thing does exactly the same thing with a different trademark name. So keep an eye out for those. There are very few door materials that are really, truly special. Now, there was one that I saw that the craftsmanship was so incredible. And it wasn't just like pick this series of doors, was I want this incredible, aesthetically pleasing, looks exactly like this door. And so I got that. I looked around. How anybody know how I checked that to see if there was anybody else with that one? You can do a Google image search on Google and find similar images. You can do that. And so I just took a snip and I threw it into Google and I asked it to find me similar images. And all the images that I found were from that company. So nobody was making anything really like that particular door. Okay? Okay? And so if you talk about this one, if you say, no, I want to avoid all conflicts of interest, you're going to have to say, no, okay, this does belong, or yes, this belongs at sole source, but I have no conflict of interest because, okay? All right. And then if you did say that they were or equals, I need the links to to or equals. All right. So that answers that one. So it was overall, this one was difficult. Again, this is why I strongly urge people to take that reading class on reading specs and stuff, because it helps you understand this structure. But if you didn't, that's cool. I'm helping out here as much as I can. And if you have questions, you can get with me during office hours. I have a lot of them. Today at noon, 11 o'clock tomorrow, noon on Monday, 6 p.m. on Monday. Well, Monday is too late for this one. You'll need to get with me today or tomorrow if you have specific questions. Okay, 3.3. Two people had turned that in and it looked really good. Okay, this just needs to look really nice. You can take it out of your thing, and let's put copy of your spreadsheet that shows for a whole building, details showing maybe some of the parts. So this one I think we covered pretty well. So there's my lecture. So all there is for lecture, I wanted to go over those things that I saw. Now I'm open for questions. Do you guys have any questions, or you say, could you look at mine? Everybody will see it. Would you like me to review one of yours? Do you need me to talk about something some more? Okay, then I'm going to just let you guys work away. Work. Do some good stuff. If you have a question, pop it into one of the chats. Okay, let's see. So Kate's asking for your 3.2. Where do I see your 3.2, Kate? Did it get, is it in the submittals? Okay, let me go look at that really quick. Okay, cool. I'll look at it on the discussion board. Just a minute. Make this bigger. Just a sec here. And this is DT300, Design 300, discussions. Okay. Was it the 3.1 you're asking about, Kate? Let me look again. 3.2. Okay. There it is, 3.2. Okay, that looks... Okay, so let's look at... Can I share this? Can I share this one on the screen, Kate, with everybody, and we can talk about it? Is that okay? Okay, so let's put this one up here. So here we go. So Kate asks, is it not detailed enough? Can I look at it? Let's go over it. So here's 3.2. So the 3.2.1 looks great because I see 3D visuals. I see some three-part specs with some spec numbers, and I see schedules, and those are all identified up here. Okay, so here we go. Let's look at this one right here. So I'm going to try to, let's see. I'll put the, I think I have to download it to be able to zoom in on it. There we go. Okay, and hopefully you guys can read that. So let's take a look. The question is, and she found one, authentic wood exterior doors, and there's the master format spec. And there's a statement, these should not be a sole source requirement, and here's why. There's many doors with the same features. So the only thing that's missing here is a link to two examples so that we could see all three of them side by side. So you would want a link to, and it doesn't have to be a link to their master format spec. It's just like a link to their website where they show it. So you could just put like one more bullet point here and go, Jill Wen, Anderson, and whoever the third one was, or whatever. So you could fit those here with three very simple links where we could see it on our own. Okay? Oh, here it is right here. Allegheny Woodworks. Sorry. Here it is. Allegheny have similar aesthetic look. Use similar wood. Oh, okay. So this is perfect. This is actually good. I would maybe just indent this one right here so that it looks like it's pertaining to this statement right here. And I would put a link to what that door looked like, their marketing one and their marketing one. Okay. And then that's it. Yeah. It's like, okay, that's all it takes. You don't, like, once you've answered one, you don't need all the others, right? It doesn't say that it has to be wrong in all of those. Once you've found one that says should not be sole source, then you would take the sole source away. Cool. Okay. So that's good. So this one I think would have gotten a very high mark because if I was looking at it closely, I would have seen that. Cool. Any other good questions? Okay, then I'm just going to let you guys work away. You guys, you folks. and just do good stuff. If you have another question, just type it in. I'll keep my eye on it. I will be back and forth and back and forth, making sure that I've got recordings going and all that other kind of cool stuff. And there we go. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my mic on each one.